Welcome to our lesson on integration using partial fractions. This powerful technique allows us to integrate complicated rational functions by breaking them down into simpler parts. Let's start with a simple example. Consider the integral. The integral of x divided by quantity x squared minus 1 dx. This is a rational function where the degree of the numerator is less than the degree of the denominator, making it suitable for partial fraction decomposition. First, we need to factor the denominator. X squared minus 1 can be factored as quantity x plus 1 times quantity x minus 1. Now we can write our fraction as the sum of two simpler fractions, a over x plus 1 plus b over x minus 1, where a and b are constants we need to find. To find a and b, we multiply both sides by x squared minus 1. X equals a times x minus 1 plus b times x plus 1. Expanding the right side, x equals ax minus a plus bx plus b. Combining like terms, x equals quantity a plus b times x plus quantity b minus a. Since this equation must be true for all x, the coefficients on both sides must be equal. This gives us a system of equations. A plus b equals 1 and b minus a equals 0. Solving this system, a equals 1/2 and b equals 1/2. Now we can rewrite our integral. The integral of 1/2 over x plus 1 plus 1/2 over x minus 1 dx. Each of these terms can be integrated separately using the natural log rule. The result is 1/2 natural log of absolute value x plus 1 plus 1/2 natural log of absolute value x minus 1 plus c. Let's look at a more complex example. Consider the integral of x squared over quantity x squared plus x minus 2 dx. First, we need to factor the denominator. X squared plus x minus 2 factors as quantity x plus 2 times quantity x minus 1. Our partial fraction decomposition will be a over x plus 2 plus b over x minus 1. Multiplying both sides by the denominator x squared equals a times x minus 1 plus b times x plus 2. Solving the system of equations, we get a equals 4/3 and b equals negative 1/3. Therefore, our integral becomes the integral of 4/3 over x plus 2 minus 1/3 over x minus 1 dx. The final result is 4/3 natural log of absolute value x plus 2 minus 1/3 natural log of absolute value x minus 1 plus c. To summarize the process of integration using partial fractions: 1. Factor the denominator. 2. Set up the partial fraction decomposition. 3. Find the constants by creating and solving a system of equations. 4. Integrate each term separately. 5. Combine the results and add the constant of integration. Remember, partial fractions is a powerful technique that allows us to integrate rational functions by breaking them down into simpler parts. Practice with different examples to become more comfortable with this method.